Good morning, guys. Good morning, Rose. Good morning, Josh. Good morning, Benji. All right, I'm going to stop reading the comments for a moment because it is 11:30. So I will officially start our library live today. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you. It's good to see your names. I can't see you, but I could see your names. And I can see the number of people who are here keeps going up too. We're at about 65 people right now, so that's always good too. I got a new space this week. I moved out of the living room. This is the office/teaching studio at the Salerno house. You could see some instruments behind me. I should step this way, right? You should see some instruments behind me. One instrument that you don't see that would be in this big blank space right here is a cello. Mrs. Salerno plays the cello. She's a professional cellist. So this is her teaching studio. But we switched spaces. She's been doing a lot of teaching from home, just like I have. So we switched spaces today, and I'm in the office/teaching studio, and she's upstairs in one of the spare bedrooms, making that into her own office. So just changing up the scenery a little bit today. Looks like I'm somewhere different. I am. I'm still at home, just in a different room in my home. Let's get right into our library live. Switch screens back up here so we can get to our activities. And we'll start as always with our rules and expectations. Number one, please be kind to the people at home who may be doing their own work, or maybe parents are trying to get some lunch ready, or maybe they're working from home. It's kindness to the people around you. And be kind with your comments. We haven't had any issues with those so far, but just remember, I do see all of the comments. And if you start spamming the comments with a bunch of just, mashing on the keyboard, I see that. That does distract me. I don't need that. So keep that kindness in mind when you're choosing what to send from the comments. And that's going to lead right into our second rule. Have fun. That's what this live session is supposed to be. A way for us to connect and have some fun. Be patient. I know I say this every week. I say all of these every week. But we know that technology causes some issues. You may not be able to see me or hear me. I may freeze. Did I fool you? No, I tried. We know that with technology, there's going to be some issues. If they come up, let me know in the comments. I may be able to fix it. I may not, but it's good for me to know. While we're talking about comments, not all of them will be answered. I can't say hi to everybody just because those comments come in so quickly. I can't watch that and teach at the same time. But I do go back and read all the comments after the live session is over. So I'll try to get to you in some way. If it's not this time, then it'll be next time. And I actually have something planned for today that I think is going to help with that. If you're disappointed that you said hi and I didn't see it, it's not because I'm ignoring you, I just didn't see it. I have something for us to do later on that I think is going to help with that. Remember, there's a 10 to 20 second delay with everything that we're doing. Everything that you're hearing me say now, I actually said 20 seconds ago. And if you're responding to it right now, I'm not going to see it for another 20 seconds. That's just how live streaming works, okay? So just keep that in mind. And finally, whenever you see that yellow camera icon, that's a note for you to take a screenshot if you want to. Those are some things you may want to screenshot and save for later. All right, here's our schedule for today. We'll start with our Dewey number of the day. We'll lead off with Dewey number of the day today. And then we'll go into your Scrambles. Guys, if I liked seeing the names you came up with, I loved seeing the pictures that you drew. Some really awesome stuff. I made even more space. So I think last week we saw about 10 Scramble names. I made room for about almost 30 different Scrambles that we'll take a look at today that you guys created. Keep those coming. Those are awesome. May Book Madness, the moment you've all been waiting for. We'll find out who the winners are for round 1 of May Book Madness. We'll take a look at our matchups for round 2, and we'll talk about a couple extra questions that you'll get to answer during the Kahoot challenge this week for May Book Madness. We'll preview our seesaw activity like we always do, and then at the end, CatchUp. Because CatchUp, why not? It'll make more sense later. All right, let me go back through, get some more hellos going, and then we'll move on to our Dewey number of the day. Ria, Prisha, good morning. Adav, good morning. Peter, good morning. Srihas and Disha and Eliza And Lippy, good morning to you too. Dexter, good morning. Alex, Ray, Ranveer, Shruti, good morning. Let's see, Jamalex, good morning to you. Julia, good morning. Hannah, Gowrie. Hannah, good morning. Brittany. Good morning, Mrs. Dowd. Mrs. Dowd is joining us today too. Good morning, Lucia. Morning, Nivan. Good morning, Jade. Good morning, Tegan. Good morning, Ira. Good morning, Henry. Liam, Josie, Eric, James, Keaton, Finn, Arjun. All right, I think I got everybody. Sid, Austin, good morning. Sanjana, Haley, Sanvi. All right, I think I'm caught up. If I missed you, I'm sorry. It's not on purpose. All right. Our Dewey number of the day, 3 digits. Here are your clues. The 3 digits add up to 11. When I add those 3 digits together, they equal 11. I'm giving you one of the digits. The middle digit is 4. The digit that goes in the middle is number 4. And finally, 3 is not one of the digits. 3 is not one of the digits. So I'll give you a few seconds. See if you can figure out what that 3-digit Dewey Decimal number is. Start sending me your guesses in the Q&A. Good morning, Ella. Good morning, Natalie. Good morning, Mona, Jess. Good morning, Saya. Janya, Srihan, good morning. Allie, good morning. Remember, it is a 3-digit number. Each one of those black lines represents a different digit. So there's a digit here, a digit here. And I'll give you this one. Remember, the middle one is 4. So there are 3 digits for this Dewey Decimal number. All right, here come some of the guesses. 248 is not the number. 443, nope. That does add up to 11 though. 148, nope. 542, good guess. It adds up to 11, but that is not correct. Remember, 3 is not one of the digits. 542 is a good guess, but that is not the answer. 641. Somebody just got it. Sresh, you were the first one that I saw to guess the Dewey Decimal number of the day. It is 641. Addison, you were close with 146. The numbers were just backwards. Liam got it with 641 also. Jade, same thing. You had the digits. They were just in the wrong order. That's what I like about guessing with those 3 clues. Those 3 clues can lead you to different combinations of numbers. All right, so why 641? What does 641 mean in Dewey Decimal language? It means cooking. One of my favorite hobbies. There's a lot of different cooking. There's a lot of different cooking Dewey Decimal numbers. This one's all about how to cook specific dishes. It's technically 641.8, but we're not going to worry about the decimal points this week. 641 means cooking. And here's some interesting facts about cooking. Humans actually started cooking somewhere between 1.8 million and 2.3 million years ago. So we've been cooking as a human race for quite a while now. Saffron. Saffron is a spice that some of you may have in your kitchens. It kind of looks like a small piece of straw that's like a reddish, orange, goldish color. It looks really, really cool. And it makes, when you add it to food, it makes that food, especially if it's like a sauce, look like a really bright goldish orange. It's a really cool spice. And saffron is more expensive than gold. So if you were at the store, I don't know which store this is, but if you were at the store and you saw a pound of gold and a pound of saffron would actually be more expensive. It's a very expensive spice. Let's see. The best way to season your pasta is before you put the pasta in the boiling water, you got to put a bunch of salt in that water. You know how much? A lot. You have to put enough salt in there to make it taste like ocean water. That's the best way to season your pasta. And finally, if any of you eat with chopsticks, I'm not that good at it, but maybe that's because chopsticks were actually invented to be a cooking tool. If you watch a lot of cooking shows like I do, you'll notice that a lot of Asian chefs, when they're in the kitchen, they cook with chopsticks. So they were originally invented to be a cooking tool, and over time, they also became an eating tool as well. So why are we talking about cooking today? Is it because I'm going to give you a cooking demonstration here in the teaching studio? No, it would not be wise to like start a fire in here and try to cook something. Because today we're going to talk about catch-up. Catch-up time. You know how I was saying earlier that it's hard for me to read all the comments and respond to all the comments? Well, now we're going to have a time at the end of our library live session today to have some catch-up time. That's time for you to catch up with me. What does that mean? You could tell me about your day. You could tell me something interesting or share something. You could ask me questions. You could recommend a book to me if you've read anything good lately. So this will be a time that we have towards the end of the show today where we can catch up. So we're trying out some new things during Library Live today. All right. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. I see some more comments coming in. If I was frozen before, I hope I'm unfrozen now. All right. Please stop typing random things in. That's not helpful. That's distracting to me and other people. Lydia, please stop that. Thank you. All right. Let's move on to our Scrambles. Some really cool Scrambles came in this week. Here's how we're going to look at these today. Here are our first 4 Scrambles. Again, if you see yours up on the screen and you want to take a screenshot of it, that would be good. Now would be a good time to do it. I'm going to start this. It's going to work kind of like a slideshow. So we see our Frogono, our Banana Cat, Panoply, and a Lion Bush up there. Those are our first 4 Scrambles that I'm going to share with you. I'm going to tap my screen in just a second, and then every 3 seconds, one of those Scrambles is going to be replaced with a different Scramble. We'll see a total of 38. If you don't see yours up there, it doesn't mean I didn't love it. It just means that we only had time for, well, for whatever we have time for today. But keep sending me those. Keep drawing, keep illustrating. I love seeing those Scrambles come in. They look awesome. Let's take a look at some more. We've got a sundog there. It's a tiger cactus, I think it is, or tiger plant. We've got a fish cookie. Chocolate chip fish cookie. Carrot gator. Kang kite. Pan dragon, really cool illustration there. Got a cat taco and a hot dog dog. Morning, Emma. Jess, there should be a, if you're looking for the comments, you should be able to find 2 speech bubbles, and one of them has, actually, you're in the comments right now. This is the comments. The Q&A is the comments. Really cool Scrambles that you guys shared this week. I think we're coming up on our last round here. Unicorn pop, just be careful how you bite that one. Shark cookie is a cookie that could bite you. There's our last round. Rhine orange, really cool color on that Rhine orange. Snail lemon, and a henster. And we're gonna wrap it up with a sloth hot dog. Those Scrambles were just awesome, guys. Keep sending me those, keep making those. They were just really excellent. It's time for May Book Madness, the moment you've all been waiting for. We started our tournament last week with 8 books. You voted. I think we had around 125 votes this week. So a lot of activity on that Seesaw link, or I guess that Kahoot link. Pretty easy to use from the feedback I received. So we'll do the same thing for next time. And let's see which books are moving on to round 2. In our first matchup between Creepy Pair of Underwear and the Happy Book, no surprise here, Creepy Pair of Underwear ran away with it, 85 votes to 34 votes. So Creepy Pair of Underwear moves on to round 2. In our next matchup, the Bad Seed versus Wolfie the Bunny. This was the closest matchup we had this week. The winning book won by just 1 vote. That's it. It was back and forth all week. Moving on to round 2, and May Book Madness is The Bad Seed by a score of 59 to 58, just edging out Wolfie the Bunny. Both great books. They're all great books. There can only be one winner, though. All right, let's see. In our next matchup, Hair Love versus Gaston. I thought this one would be closer. I was surprised. Gaston won by a pretty big margin. I thought this was going to be one of the closer matchups. And then finally, we have My Puppy Has a Motorcycle versus Leave Me Alone. You guys must have really liked that shouting lady with the moon men and the goats that think balls of yarn or Skittles, because Leave Me Alone won 80 to 37. So here's an updated look at our tournament bracket. See, the books that did not make it to the next round have been grayed out. The books that won have moved on to the next bracket. And here are our matchups. We've got Creepy Pair of Underwear versus Gaston, the Battle of the Long Ears. And then we've got The Bad Seed versus Leave Me Alone, Battle of the Angry Characters, I guess. I don't know if The Bad Seed was really angry. It's just bad. Sometimes. It wasn't always bad. All right, so these are the 4 books that you're going to vote on next week. We started with 8. Now we're down to 4. Just like last week, you need to vote by a certain time, and now that's Tuesday, May 12th. So Tuesday at 1 o'clock, that link will not work anymore. The activity is going to delete from Seesaw, and you won't be able to vote anymore. So if you do want to vote, make sure you do it by Tuesday, May 12th. In Seesaw at 12 o'clock today, that link will post. It's not there now. It's not there yet. So at 12 o'clock today, you will be able to start voting on March Book Madness round 2. That will post right after we're done with our Library Live today. A couple different things for you to notice. Couple different things. Number 1, when you go to enter your name, I changed it to make it a little bit easier this week by using the random nickname generator. That's what this is down here. So when you first log in to Kahoot and you see May Book Madness Picture Books Round 2, you'll go down here and you're going to tap the purple spin button. The spinner right above it is going to spin and choose a nickname for you, like Crazy Tiger, Majestic Peacock, Silly Snail. I don't know what they are. It's a bunch of random stuff. If you don't like the first nickname it comes up with for you, spin again, choose a different one. If you don't like the second one it chooses for you, spin again, choose a different one. If you don't like the third one it chooses for you, well, too bad, because you only get 3 spins. Once you choose your nickname, you'll see the same thing that you're used to. You'll see the 2 books. You tap on the one that you want to vote for. Gaston versus Creepy Pair of Underwear, and Bad Seed versus Leave Me Alone. Now, after that, I have some questions in this Kahoot to get some feedback from you, some information from you. We've done our live sessions differently each week. Last week, we introduced May Book Madness. We didn't do that for the first session. Today, we're not doing a Mad Lib. I want to make sure that I can actually see and talk to you guys a little bit more today and not run over time. So we're not doing a Mad Lib today. But I want to know what parts of our Library Live sessions you are really enjoying. And that's what I want to get information about on these next 2 questions in the May Book Madness Kahoot. Still no right or wrong answer, but question number 3 is going to ask you, what is your favorite part of Library Live? And you'll see that your answers are some of the screens that we use in our Library Live session. You've got May Book Madness and voting for those books every week. You've got the Dewey number of the day, and that includes guessing the number. You've got catch-up time, which we're going to have at the end of our Library Live session today. And then we've got the Mad Libs. And when you go to vote on those, you'll see it laid out just like the books are, only this time you have 4 options instead of 2. There's no right or wrong answer. This is just letting me know what is your favorite part. And I know it might be hard to choose just one. The 4th and final questions is asking you about book talks and read alouds. We're not doing any book talks today. I'm not sharing any books with you. I'm not reading any stories. I have done some reading during our Library Live sessions. I've done a little bit more reading during the Seesaw activities. So what I want to know here, do you want to see more book talks during our live time? If you want me to do more read alouds and talk about more books during our live time today, tap yes. If not, tap no. Again, that's in the Kahoot link for May Book Madness this week. Let's see, I'm looking at some of the comments here. If you missed part of the meeting, that's okay. We're going to record this and post it. If you are seeing a black screen, you may just need to wait a minute for me to unfreeze. If not, you might want to quit and come back in. All right, what about Scrambles? So Scrambles was a seesaw activity that I shared with you on Library Live. So I guess that would be more like the sharing part. Maybe I should have put that up there too. All right, I see some of you are sending me your favorite parts. Now just hang on to that. Let me know in the May Book Madness poll. All right, let's look at next week's seesaw activity. I'm really excited about this one. It's pretty simple and straightforward. It's called What Are You Reading? One of my favorite parts of my job is being able to talk to you guys about books, reading books to you, saying, hey, you might want to try this book. And I love it when you tell me what books you really like. I love it when you say, hey, Mr. Salerno, I just got this great book from the Chester County Library. You should get it for the KDM Library because it's awesome. That's kind of what I want this week in our seesaw activity called What Are You Reading? There will be a video where I share with you some new books that have just recently come out. I won't read the books, but I'll talk about them. It's called a book talk. I tell you the title of the book, the author's name, the illustrator's name, and then I'll also tell you a little bit about the book without giving away the ending. It's like a quick retell of the story without telling everybody how it ends. No spoilers here. So what I want you to do in this activity, after you hear me do some book talks about the books that I've read, I want you to share with me what you've been reading. It could be a book you just recently read that's brand new. It could be a book that you love and you've read 1,000 times before because you love it so much. It doesn't have to be a new one. And I want you to take that book and I want you to either make a video of yourself with the book, talking about what I just talked about, the name of the author, the illustrator, the title of the book, obviously, and what the book is about without giving away the ending. You could do a video like that. If you don't have the book, that's okay too. Or you can take a picture of yourself with the book. You can write about the book or draw about the book. You could probably find a picture of the book online if you wanted to include that in the seesaw activity. This is just a way for us to connect about what you're reading. Books bring people together that way. They're pretty good at it. You may be saying, oh, I have so many books that I want to talk about. Great, talk about them. You can talk about 2 or 3 books in one video. You can do the activity more than once. There's a lot of different ways you can keep sharing. And some of you may log on to Seesaw and see that a friend posted about a book that you really, really love. And you might want to type a comment that says, you know, I love that book too. Or yeah, that's my favorite book too. Or you may say, that book sounds really interesting. Tell me more about it. So you can see what other people are posting about and then comment on their posts as well. We can just keep that going. So that is this week's Seesaw activity. It's called What Are You Reading? I'll give a couple more seconds to see if there are any comments coming in about that or any other questions. Let's see, questions about entering your name in May Book Madness. The only option now is to choose a nickname. You cannot type in your name anymore. Marion, a book talk is where you just talk about a book. You tell everybody the title of the book, the author, the illustrator, and what the book is about. You'll see in the video in this Seesaw activity, which will be posted on Friday, I do a couple book talks in the video itself. So I give you examples of what a book talk looks like. Let's see. I think that's all the comments I'm seeing. Make sure to keep those comments on topic, everybody. Random letters, random things, and mashing at the keyboard is not helpful for me. Please stop that. Thank you. All right, let's move on to our newest segment of Library Live. and that's catch-up time. It's time for us to catch up, where you can tell me about your day, share something, ask questions. This is just a time for us to connect. So I'll wait for some of those comments to start coming in. Geis, how do you vote for May Book Madness? In Seesaw, when you go to Seesaw and you go to my library class, you'll see it as an activity. You don't have to do anything on the activity. Just click the link that's in the Seesaw activity, and that'll take you to the Kahoot page where you can vote. Arav is recommending the Wings of Fire for those of you who are on chapter books. Wings of Fire is a really popular chapter book series about dragons. Hello, Moog. Hello, Josie. There is a way for you to view this meeting if you did not catch all of it. When you go to your homeroom teachers Teams page, at the top of your screen, there should be a tab that says More. I'll include this in our live session next week. On that tab that says More, you're going to see a folder that says Special Area K-2 Videos. And in that folder, you can see the previous 2 library live sessions, and you could also see the videos from Mr. Ellis, Miss Lorene, Miss Amade, Mrs. Davis, and Mrs. C. So if you miss it, that's how you can always catch up. Let's see, Disha, I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking me. Jess, good to hear you're having a fun day. Julia and her dad built a swing on a tree. That's awesome. I want one of those. Yeah, virtual field day, Mr. Ellis and Mrs. Lorene shared about today. That sounds awesome. I can't wait for that. Teachers versus students. I'm definitely going to be doing one of those challenges. It sounds great. Virtual field days on Amog's birthday. What a great birthday gift for you. Some more recommendations for Wings of Fire. Oh, Keaton, Amit, and Asith made a book club on Skype. That's awesome that you're finding ways to stay connected around books. What book are you guys reading for your book club? I spelled something wrong in one of the slides, but we still love you, Mr. Salerno. Thank you. It's a great example of how nobody's perfect. Let's see. A-Rod and J-Lo are going to buy the Mets? Where'd you see that, Peter? I'd be all for that. I used to be a Mets fan. I don't really watch baseball so much anymore. But when I was a baseball watcher, I was a Mets fan. Lippy, May Book Madness is fun. Is it a real activity? Yes, it is. And when we finish May Book Madness, we could think about doing some other kind of voting tournaments too. Navian, what do we need to do? What are you asking about? What do we need to do? Paige said she's having an awesome day. Awesome to hear that. Dexter's been reading the Frog and Toad series, classic series, really great series there. Eliza read The Mouse of Amherst. I don't know that story, Eliza. Maybe you can book talk that one for me on your Seesaw activity Friday. I don't know The Mouse of Amherst. Gallery says she likes Mad Libs. Benji lost a tooth. Oh no, Benji, I hope you find it so you can put it underneath your pillow. Ashlyn read The Girl Who Drank the Moon. Great book. Really good adventure. That's a chapter book. Arav is asking me what is my favorite book. My favorite book, it's not back here, but my favorite book is Coraline by Neil Gaiman. It's pretty creepy. You may remember they made a movie, I don't know how long ago, maybe 10 years ago now. This was Coraline. The book did come out before the movie. This is my Funko Pop of Coraline. She's the main character of my favorite book. Let's see, Bianca asking, do I play the guitar? I do play the guitar. That's why I have one right back there. I would play it for you now, but it is definitely not in tune. Reese loves books. I do too. Hi, Aurora. Peter going outside every day to have a catch with mom or dad. That's awesome. Stay active, get outside. Colin, my day's going pretty well. I had a meeting earlier today, Library Live, and after this, I'm going to work on filming the video or editing the video for your next Seesaw activity. Coming up on 6 o'clock here, Josh asked, what is my favorite picture book? My favorite picture book is called The Fantastic Flying Books of Mr. Morris Lessmore by William Joyce. Really, really great book. They made a short movie out of it that won an award a few years ago. That is my favorite picture book. All right, I'm going to come back to the comments in just a second here, but because it is 12 o'clock and it's time for us to start wrapping up, we can do some more catch up at the end. Just a couple of reminders. Your next Seesaw activity will be posted on Friday morning. It's what are you reading? The pictures that you share there or screenshots from the videos is what I will share on next week's Library Live. That'll be our share. Remember to vote in May Book Madness. That link should be posted now in Seesaw. It'll show up as an activity titled May Book Madness Picture Books Round 2. You have until next Tuesday at 1 o'clock to vote. There's also a couple questions in there about what you like about Library Live. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. If you have more questions for me, stick around, send them through the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. But if you're leaving, have a good rest of the day. I will see you again next Wednesday, May 13th at 11:30. See you guys. All right, let's see. What else do we have here in the comments? Josie suggests Olga and the Smelly Thing from Nowhere. Now, I hope you guys are going to do these for your Seesaw activity because you guys are giving me a lot of good book suggestions that I don't know. And I think I'm usually pretty up on what's new or what's good. Do you have to vote? No, Janie, you don't have to vote. It's just for fun. John Alex went for a walk. Excellent. Getting outside. Mystery of the Map, Pop Tropica Book 1 is what Keaton recommends. We do have that one in the library. Not that you can go there right now, but we do have that one. Hannah says I should get a book called Princess Posy and the First Grade Ballet. I don't know that one either. Abigna loves Frozen. Do you love Frozen or Frozen 2? Which one do you love more? How about Onward? Did you guys see Onward yet? It's on Disney Plus. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I thought I was going to like it, but I loved it. Bianca, you're getting a bathtub filled with slime? Did I read that right? That seems like a lot of slime. All right, goodbye, Justin. Eric, is that all the stuff you're having for lunch today? French fries, hamburger, pizza, banana? Peter reading the Big Nate series. It's a pretty popular mystery series. Finn, I just read Dogman. I don't know how long Dogman's been coming out, 5 or 6 years maybe. I've never read any of them. I just read my first one last week. I enjoyed it. They were funny. I love the flippy pages. I don't know what to call them. The pages where you flip back and forth. That's really cool. Can you see your points? Well, points haven't changed since we left school. So whatever they are, they're still the same. Jess reading Anne Frank. Hey, Jess, you know those Ordinary People Change the World biographies? The author just announced that the 2 new ones that come out in October are going to be Benjamin Franklin and Anne Frank. So if you're reading that book, check out the biography that comes out in October. Can I read a Narwhal and Jelly book? I don't have any of those with me, Julia, but they are great. Sanjana's birthday is on Father's Day. What a great way to celebrate 2 important days. Janie having a good day. Glad to hear that. Peter learned how to ride a motorbike. That's awesome. I don't know if I'm brave enough to do that. Splat the Cat, Ray. Good choice. Good recommendation. Oh, you got Keaton. I misunderstood. You're reading the Pop Tropica Book 1. Awesome. Prisha having an amazing day. Good word usage. Unicorn Princess. I don't know that one, Marion. I'll have to look that one up. Hasith is reading Goosebumps, or recommending that we read Goosebumps. I read Goosebumps when I was a kid. I loved Goosebumps. Colin, do you know the book Little Penguin Gets the Hiccups? That sounds familiar. think we have that one at the library. I'm not positive, but I can check. I think I have that one. Ooh, excuse me, we have that one. Yes, Jess, Coraline is super scary. I like scary though. Josie's having the best day. Oh, Emily Kim. Hello, Emily Kim. Good to see you. Well, see your name anyway. Emily was in my 5th grade math class, right? 5 years ago? You're in 10th grade now, I think. My cousin building American Ninja Warrior course in your backyard. That's awesome. Can I have one? KDM is the best. Yes, Peter, I agree. Bye, Ishan. Rose knows Coraline. Yeah, some people like scary. I'm a person who likes scary stuff. I am doing well. I am having a lot of fun. I love this. I love Library Live. Ashlyn's dad also plays the guitar. Diary of a 5th grade outlaw. I don't know that one either, Sambi. It sounds like something based on Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but with outlaws. Jedi Academy, we have that series at the library as well. Ashna's got a wiggly tooth. I'm glad I can't see it. Navian read a Dogman book. Shruti's asking about our 5th grade club script to screen. Unfortunately, the spring group does not get to do their script to screen this school year. Let's see. Finn went outside to play. Allison left. Goodbye, Addison. Glad you had fun, Srihas. Bye, Julia. Bye, Jess. Liam playing outside. Ashna, goodbye. Reese, goodbye. Ooh, somebody's getting ice cream. Bye, Daniel. Goodbye, Haley. Goodbye, Srihas not saying goodbye, just asking me how I am. Goodbye, Ishan. People tell me I'm frozen. Oh no. The big one likes Frozen and Frozen 2. I think I like Frozen 2 a little bit better. Probably because it was a little bit scarier. All right. Goodbye, Tomas. Benji's building a tree house with his dad. That's awesome. Tree house on the ground. So a ground house? Anya, missed the beginning. Is this being recorded? Yes. So when you go back to if you're on an iPad and you are going to your classroom teachers team page, you should see at the top, I think there's a tab that says files, a tab that says something else, and there's one tab that says more. If you tap on the one that says more, you'll see a folder that says Special Area K-2, kindergarten through 2nd grade, videos. In that folder, you will see the previous 2 library lives and all the videos from your other special area teachers. This one will be up there, will be uploaded in a couple days. So yes, you can go back and watch it. I'm gonna make a note to show you guys how to do that on the next library live. All right, hi, Alex. Janya and her brother already got their mom a present for Mother's Day. That's excellent. Paige saw Onward and agrees that it's great. Amy loves Magic Treehouse. Tomas loves Piggy and Gerald. I know you love Piggy and Gerald, Tomas. You're great at acting them out. Colin asking, what do you do with your library books that you still have checked out? For now, just hold on to them. We'll come up with some kind of process for getting all the library books back safely. But as long as KDM is closed, you just hang on to those library books and keep them in a safe spot. We'll get them back eventually. Emily in 11th grade. Sorry, I was 1 year off. That's right, you're a senior next year. I knew that. My math was off. Let's see, John, you're building a gym in our basement and getting boxing gloves. You're going to put a heavy bag down there and maybe a speed bag. Some people dance like this. Some people box like this. Guys playing with some Legos. That's fun. Goodbye, Janya. Goodbye, Abigail. Srihan, goodbye. All right, but everybody, I've reached the bottom of the comments. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time on Library Live. So long.